This cinematic Matchday trailer has been entirely created with AI. Let me give you a full breakdown of this project to show you how you can achieve the same results using Apetelligence. Today I'm going to present a full step-by-step guide for the creation of this cinematic pre-match trailer for the DFB-Pokal semi-final between VfB Stuttgart and SC Freiburg. Let's create a new project and call it Matchday Stuttgart. Since our subject is a clash between Stuttgart and Freiburg, our art director opted for a race between a white horse, which is a symbol of Stuttgart in its region, and the griffin of Freiburg to build a cinematic storytelling universe. We are going to use the prompt assistant to write the prompts. Let's start with our first image. We need an establishing shot right at the start of our trailer, a shot where we can see the racetrack from a distance, for example. So I'm going to describe to the prompt assistant what I want to create. Drone shot of a horse racing track at night. Track should be clean and empty. Grandstands filled with people under floodlights. I hit the enter key and in just a few seconds I received this much more detailed version of my description, which keeps my initial idea perfectly. To use this new prompt, I click on copy, which will automatically paste it into the image generation space in the center of my screen. Before clicking generate, we have a few small parameters to adjust. I'm going to change the format from 9:16 to 4:3, switch the image generation quality to 4K and open the styles tab. We have filters here that we can apply to our images, which allows us to maintain visual consistency throughout the trailer. I'm going to select the soft anamorphic style. I can now click generate several times and wait a few minutes for the results generated from my first image. After a few moments, here are the 3 results generated by the AI from my prompt. I'm going to favorite the one that seems to be the best quality. I have here my favorites window. This helps to stay organized because in a large project like this, most of the time you end up with a lot of images. Now let's go back to the conversation with the prompt assistant to ask him to write me a prompt for another shot. This time, I want a shot of the white horse and the griffin side by side just before the race starts to build tension. We are also going to have the white horse with the VfB Stuttgart logo. Let's write a description like, create a night shot of 2 racers, a white horse and a griffin, standing ready behind the closed gates. The white horse is wearing a saddle with a Stuttgart logo. As with our first image, I hit enter and wait for the prompt assistant to generate its optimized version of my prompt. Once that's done, we copy again. We check that we've kept the format and style settings before clicking generate several times. After a few minutes of waiting, here are the results we get. If I like an image, like this one for example, but I want to change a detail, I can click on the 3 dots in the top right of my image and click on edit image. I can then write a prompt indicating the elements I want to change. For example, I'd like to blend the VfB Stuttgart logo on the red leather saddle, making them the same color. I can ask, make the logo tone on tone. I generate and after a few seconds, I have the same image with the correction I brought to it. Let's do the generation work on one last image before we move on to the animation part. One of the shots we wanted in the trailer is a reflection of the trophy in the eye of the Stuttgart white horse. An eyes on the prize type shot. I go back to the chat with my prompt assistant and write a description like, I want a tight close-up of the white horse eye. We see the DFB Pokal trophy as a reflection in his eye. Once the prompt assistant gives me an optimized version of my prompt, I go through the same steps again. I click copy, then generate a few times. After a few minutes, I find myself with these results. I really like this one, for example. I add it to my favorites. For the complete trailer, we will need about 20 images. I'm going to continue generating all the shots we need and I'll get back to you as soon as I finish this image generation process. After spending over 10 minutes, all the images have been generated. In the favorites tab, I find all my final images. Now let's move on to the second step, animation. With the new release of Sequence, you can animate the whole project at once. Let me show you how it works. Go to the Sequence section. When you arrive on the page, select New Sequence. Now click the plus icon and you can browse your entire library. You can filter by resolution, pick from your favorites, or even import images from your other existing projects. Just select them in the order you want them to appear and they're added instantly to your timeline. Wait a few seconds for your sequence to be created. What is extremely practical with this tool is that it assists you a lot in animating your images. When I select a shot, I have 4 main options I can use to set up my animation: motion, speed, camera, and AI mode. Let's discover them one by one. First, we have motion, which gives us the choice between several camera movement presets. Speed, simple. Either we want to generate our clip in slow motion or at a regular speed. Then the camera option allows you to adjust the level of camera stabilization. Do we want a shaky handheld look or a short film with a stabilizer? And finally, the AI mode. The AI mode is the shortcut option. It offers us 3 combinations of camera and action to animate our image, plus 1 combination highlighted as being the most relevant choice. Keep in mind that using the AI mode, the motion is predefined. You can still customize the speed and camera stability on top of it. 2 other parameters are also adjustable: the sound, which can be turned on or off, and the duration of our video. It is possible to generate up to 15 seconds of animation for a single scene. Now that we've discovered all the options, let's do a first test on one of our images. We're going to animate this scene with the Stuttgart logo flag at the beginning of the trailer. I select my shot, then I choose my animation parameters. I'm going for an orbit right with slow motion speed, filmed with an ultra smooth camera. Now let's click on generate. While waiting for my first video to generate, let's test some other combinations on other shots in the sequence. For example, for the shot showing the trophy, I'd like to do a dolly out in slow motion. Thanks to the animation presets, it's going to be extremely simple. I just have to select dolly out in the motion part and slow motion in the speed section. For the following shot with the reflection of the trophy in the hero's eyes, let's try a different combination. For instance, what if I animate the shot at regular speed and pick the handheld preset? This time, let's write our own animation prompt. I can write white horse blinking, looking at the trophy, DFB-Pokal. If you're writing your own animation prompt but need a boost, you can also try the suggest button. It works like the prompt assistant. It analyzes your image and your initial idea to build a highly detailed animation prompt for you. It's the perfect way to get complex movements without the headache. And then click generate and wait for my images to be animated. Another option we have to animate an image is to use the AI mode. Let's test it out on the shot number 15. When I select my image, the AI gives me 3 combinations of camera and action, also indicating which one is the most natural, cinematic, and unique. If I click on details here, I can see the full animation prompt suggested for this image. In case you'd like to use the prompt generated by AI as a base, but just to add or change something, you can click on copy and edit the prompt. For this image, I'm going to opt for the best fit recommended by AI and click generate. While shot 15 is being generated, let's use AI mode to animate some other stills for our trailer. For example, I'm lacking a bit of inspiration for animating shot number 6, which features the DFB-Pokal sign. I'll select my image and click on AI mode again, which gives me 3 new combinations of camera movements and actions. Let's take a look at the 4 prompts to decide which animation idea we should pick. I actually really like the camera movement suggested in the cinematic prompt, so I'm going to select that one and click generate. I'm also going to animate shot number 8 featuring the trophy using AI mode. For this one, I like a slow motion animation. To do so, I just have to switch the speed from regular to slow motion. Now, let's take the time to analyze which of the 3 animation prompts would be the best fit. Keep in mind that you also have the possibility to generate a version for each of the 3 animation styles. Select each style and generate them one by one. Just wait a bit until all 3 versions are generated. You can then preview several animations of that same shot. After several minutes, I finished animating all my images. Let me show you the results I obtained. I varied the camera movements, the speed of the shot, and I very often opted for the combination recommended by the AI mode, which always turned out to be very good results. Once my videos are generated, I can still edit them directly in Apetelligence. For example, on shot 16, I made a huge mistake on one of the dates. They won it in 1954 and not in 1951. And that mistake, I can easily fix it. I can click edit and write a prompt, for example, change date 1951 to 1954. And the AI will refine the clip while keeping the original scene intact. Now that my entire project is completed, I can upscale my generated videos to 4K. You can upscale clips individually, or better yet, select your best takes and batch upscale all of them at once to save time. I can click on preview to visualize the entire animation of my trailer. If you like the result, you can click on the top right to export the sequence. Quick bonus, a very useful feature is the share button. You can generate a public link to your entire sequence. Whoever you send it to can preview the images, watch the videos, and check the settings even if they don't have an account yet. They can import the project themselves and directly edit and create videos in it. It's also perfect for sending a quick preview to your team or getting a client's approval before the final export. That's it, this step-by-step guide is coming to an end. Thank you for staying until the end of this tutorial. If you want to learn more about how to use Apetelligence to optimize your creative workflow, feel free to subscribe. I'll see you soon for more tutorials.